This video is sponsored by RKDF University, Radisson Blue.
Good morning, I'm Vidusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 2nd of May and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. The head of UN demining operations in Gaza remarked that there is more war debris and rubble in the Palestinian enclave than in Ukraine. He highlighted the risks of removal operations, which include unexploded munitions and exposure to hazardous materials like asbestos. Violent clashes erupted on Wednesday at the University of California, Los Angeles between pro-Palestinian protesters and a group of counter-demonstrators, as reported by a US broadcaster's live video coverage. During discussions with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Secretary of State Antony Blinken reiterated US opposition to an Israeli attack on the densely populated Gaza city of Rafah. Despite this, Netanyahu has pledged to proceed as per a US official. British authorities have begun detaining migrants in anticipation of their relocation to Rwanda within the next 9 to 11 weeks, the government announced on Wednesday. Now, this move sets the stage for Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's flagship immigration policy. Irish police commenced the dismantling of around 200 tents housing asylum seekers in Dublin, now aiming to address a contentious issue surrounding migration in the country. Bengaluru-based startup Kogo AI is set to launch its platform KogoOS this week based on their large action model, also called LAM. Now, KogoOS will be available as a platform as a service, also called PaaS, targeting enterprises and small businesses looking to develop artificial intelligence agents. Denmark imposed restrictions on GLP-1 analogs and streamlined the use of more affordable diabetic medications. Now, these analogues, including Victoza, Rybelsus, Ozempic and Trulicity, are considerably pricier compared to alternatives like beta-cell stimulants. As WWDC approaches, Apple is ready to unveil new AI applications and models expected to integrate with native apps like Safari in the upcoming iOS 18 release. Clashes broke out during pro-Palestinian protests at the University of California, Los Angeles, mirroring similar unrest at other universities across the US. Goldie Brar, the prime suspect in the murder case of Punjabi singer Sidhu Moosewala, has been fatally shot in the US, according to media reports. Florida has implemented a controversial 6-week abortion ban, altering access to reproductive health care for women, not only in the state but also across the southeastern US. In a bid to revitalize a sluggish property market, China has relaxed certain regulations after 13 years on buying multiple homes, according to a report in the South China Morning Post. The US State Department and Australia's Department of Defense announced plans to streamline licensing requirements for transferring military equipment and sensitive technology among the United States, Australia and Britain as part of the AU-KUS Pact. As TikTok faces a potential ban in India and possibly the US, various players and tech businesses are poised to fill the void left by the popular short video platform. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
खानदानी लुटेरों की कोशिश होगी बेकार, फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार।
इस तरह आरकेडीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है।
आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी, ये है आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी।
आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
Google has announced significant security changes on the Play Store, revealing that it blocked around 2.28 million policy-violating apps from being published in 2023. Tesla has announced another wave of layoffs just 2 weeks after its initial round of terminations. affecting approximately 14,000 employees. At least 181 people have been killed across Kenya due to floods and landslides since March, with hundreds of thousands forced to leave their homes, according to the government and Red Cross. Dozens more were killed in the neighboring Tanzania and Burundi. At least 3 in 4 urban Indians, that is around 76% across cities, demographics and cohorts feel happy, according to the LP Source India Bus Happiness Survey for April. Now, the sole exception was the South Zone, where only 55% said they were happy. IMD Chief Mrityunjay Mohapatra stated on Wednesday that above normal maximum temperatures are likely over most parts of the country in May, with a significantly higher number of heat wave days expected over the northern plains, central region and adjoining areas of peninsular India. The Supreme Court remarked that a Hindu marriage should not be treated as an occasion for song and dance, winning and dining, or a commercial transaction. It emphasized the importance of a valid ceremony under the Hindu Marriage Act for a marriage to be recognized. During a campaign trail with BJP candidate Menka Gandhi, it's not unusual for her frugal convoy to halt abruptly. Known for her love of animals, Gandhi again or often rescues stray chickens and hens along the way, bringing them home. Former West Bengal BJP President Dilip Ghosh, now contesting the Lok Sabha elections from Bardhaman Durgapur constituency, is being greeted by women with the spirited "House the Josh" Dilip Ghosh. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said the Bharatiya Janata Party will never do away with reservations for scheduled tribes, scheduled castes and other backward class, nor will it allow the Congress to do so. The BJP slammed the Congress for aligning with Pakistan, asserting that the grand old party's manifesto for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections bears the imprints of Muslim League and is gradually resembling the Muslim League itself. Union Minister Anurag Thakur on Wednesday said that the Congress was using all types of tricks, fear-mongering, confusion, rumor and now deepfake for its propaganda. India expressed its commitment to enhancing bilateral economic cooperation with the Maldives during discussions between Mohammad Saeed Maldives, Minister of Economic Development and Trade, and Munu Mahavar, Indian High Commissioner to the archipelago nation. Hindu lawmaker Senator Danesh Kumar Palyani of Pakistan expressed grave concern over the forced conversion of minority girls in the country during a parliamentary session. Now, Palyani criticized the government's inaction against influential individuals involved in this human rights abuse, emphasizing that both the Pakistani constitution and the Quran prohibit forced religious conversions. A senior government minister in Australia reassured that bilateral ties with India are strong and have improved in recent years, amidst reports of the expulsion of 2 Indian spies from the country in the past. Apple has reportedly assembled a team of Google AI experts to form the Vision Lab, focusing on developing advanced artificial intelligence models and solutions, particularly in text and visual AI-based systems similar to those used in ChatGPT. WhatsApp is reportedly working on a new feature that will temporarily restrict users from starting new chats if they violate the app's rules. Now, this move aims to curb spamming and misuse of the platform, with the feature expected to be available in beta version soon. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.